Hello everyone, my name is Kyle, or you can call me TigerX51V, and I'm going to be showing you how you can make a lot of money on Runescape by doing money making ways that you can do certain times per day but can be very rewarding. So the first method I'm showing you is farming herbs. A lot of you might know how to farm, but herbs is the most profitable. So I recommend having at least 38 farming, for toad flax. However, I know snapdragons are better, but if you have the farming level, you can do it. So I do four main patches. The Port Phasmus, I don't know how you pronounce it, Argadrune, Catherby, and Falador. So the first place I'm going to go to is Port Phasmus, whatever. And so to get this ectofuel, which is a free teleport extremely close to the farming patch, you have to do Ghost Ahoy, and it's a very easy quest, and it shouldn't be that hard. So once you get here, you just want to run west, and you'll be here soon. It's just right about these undead cows. And once you get here, besides farming herbs, I also use marigolds. The seeds are like 1 or 2 GP, and each marigold is almost 6k. So when you farm them, I would use these magic secateurs when you pick them, because they guarantee that the amount of herbs you get from each seed is 5, so that almost guarantees a profit. So I planted these earlier, and they usually grow around 1.5 to 2 hours after, so you can actually do this 3 or 4 times a day depending on how much you play. So I'm just gonna pick these, and then also I recommend that you have super compost, which it doesn't guarantee, but it helps make sure that they don't die, because you don't want your plants dying, because you'll be losing a lot of money. So you just want to use your super compost, and also make sure you have the regular farming supplies in your inventory, like the tools that you need, because you need the spades to dig up the herbs and rake in case some weeds grow. So just make sure, and you can also store them in the leprechaun if you didn't know that. So once you just farm your two patches using super compost first, and then use your marigolds here. And then also make sure you have a watering can, because you need to water these marigolds. But you can't water herbs, so you don't need to. And also, since I'm running low on inventory space already, a cool trick that you can do, you can use the herbs with the leprechaun, and he makes it into an automatic note. And you can also use this with marigolds, so it's pretty cool. And I wouldn't recommend farming until you have these, because otherwise, you could be getting 1 or 2 herbs from the plant, and you wouldn't make a lot of money. And you get it from doing the quest Fairy Tale 1 Growing Pains. I think you need a little requirements for it, but it's not too bad. So once you do this spot, I usually go to Argadrune. So I teleport to the fishing guild, which is really close. However, if you do the new mini game, then you can teleport to North Argadrune, which is closer. But this is still extremely close to it. It only takes less than a minute to walk there. So once you get here, it's just the same thing. You just want to make sure you have enough seeds to do an entire run, and enough super compost. Otherwise, because you don't want to be wasting it. And super compost isn't that expensive. And see, this herb died over here, which is okay. I mean, it happens occasionally, but it usually doesn't happen that much. So it's just the same thing. You just gotta clear it, and then just make sure you use super compost. Don't forget, and then just keep planting the seeds. So once I did this farming patch, I'm gonna go to Catherby, because I think there's 5 total spots that you can go to, but one of them is really hard to get to. So these are the easiest ones. So now I'm just gonna tell her Catherby, And also, if you don't have the mage requirements or you don't have the lunar spellbook, you can use teleport tabs to teleport to Falador or Argadrun. But just lunar makes it a lot easier. So yeah, make sure you're wielding your secateurs, not your staff, because you don't want to not kill a lot of herbs because you want the most money. So then just gotta use it on him so you don't have to keep banking. Because before I didn't know how to do this, but and it's decent experience. I mean, it's gonna take you forever to level up, but it's kind of just free experience pretty much because you're making money. If you were concentrating on levels, then you would farm in the anointments, but I'm just going for money. And also, another thing to do here, which is free, you don't need any quest to, and it's free money. Well, hold on, let me just bank these buckets first. You can. There's a man down there. He sells pineapple and seaweed, and you can buy it off him extremely cheap. Right here, he's right south of the bank. Arheen, I don't know what his name is. He has special seed. Make sure you talk to him. Make sure you don't trade to him. Otherwise, you won't be able to buy it. So if you buy some seaweed, 80 at 2 coins each, that's only 160 coins total. So just type in how much you want. And then also buy the pineapples, which are the same price. So they're only 80 coins. And I just spent less than 500 coins, and if you price check this, it's 26k. That's not bad. That's like 25k in a matter of seconds. However, you can only do this once per day, so it's not like you can just sit there and keep buying them. So now I'm just going to put this in the bank. And then I'm going to go to Falador for the last patch. Now, this is where the mini game would probably be pretty helpful, so you can do the South Falador teleport because it's quite a long walk, but I mean, it only takes about a minute or so. It's just you can minimize time. However, it would take a while. I heard it takes a while to get the new spells, but it'd save you time in the long run. So I'm just gonna run south, right past this east bank. Down, down, down. And once you start farming, you'll get used to where the patches are. You don't have to have a map up like I used to at the very beginning, because you might get lost, but you just gotta go over here. It's kind of hidden behind all these new trees that were made. And once you get here, it's just the same as the other 4 spots. Just farm the herbs and see, you get 98.5 experience per. Ooh, a bush. Haha. Alright, sorry. I'll finish picking my herbs now. So I just want to use them on the little leprechaun guy. And make sure you don't forget to water your marigolds, otherwise they probably will die. And see, now if you want to see how much profit this was, each marigold seed is 4 GP, but a marigold is 5.9k. So if you take the 4 seeds, it's only 16 GP, and then all the marigolds 23k, and it's just so simple. And then for the herbs, I used 4 seeds for all the patches, and so it's 173k, but all the herbs I got were 212. That's only 50k, which is pretty bad considering one of mine died, because usually they don't die. So if that wouldn't have died, I probably would have got at least 250k, so it's like 100k per patch, and or per run, excuse me. And you can do like up to however many runs you want per day. Like every 2 hours you can do a run. That's when your herbs grow. So you'll make a lot of money, at least 500k or up to 500k, I guess, just doing this. So now the next method I show you, which is also once per day, it's collecting sand from Bert in Yanil. So if you have a dueling ring, you just want to teleport to the duel arena, and I think there's faster ways. Oh, oops, wrong. Teleport. Sorry, Castle Wars. It's kind of a long walk, but there's faster ways. I think like if you teleport to Watchtower or something, but dueling ring, keeping it simple. So I'm just gotta walk over here. Just want to walk south over the bridge, and then east until you see the ogres, and you probably get attacked, but they won't hit. And just see all the guys killing stuff. And then just run right between these two islands, or masses, I guess. And right over here, right by the house portal, there's, oh, I'm lagging. Oh, sorry. And then, I want to let me open the door. Okay, something's wrong is happening. It's not letting me open this door, and you're supposed to be able to open the door, I know it. Okay, well, let me hop worlds and see what's wrong. I don't know what that was. I mean, it's usually just supposed to be a simple open door. There's no secret code or not have to pay money like you do in Alcrid, because they don't have enough money, I guess. Okay, back in. See if it'll let me open it now. Oh, it does, surprisingly. Alright, sorry for that. And now I'm just going to go over to this house, and there's a guy in here. His name is Bert. Coming for my sand. Yes, I want my sand. And he automatically moves it to your bank. He gives you 84 buckets of sand per day. And it goes automatic to your bank. And all you need to do this, you have to do a simple quest. It's called Hand in the Sand, or something like that. The Hand in the Sand. It's a pretty simple quest. You just have to talk to a bunch of people. You don't really need that much requirements. And see, every day you can ask Bert to transport sand, and you have to wait 24 hours. So usually just once per day. And that's, well, you'll see at the end how much the sand's worth. It's pretty good considering all you have to do is talk to someone. And then now, this is the best out of the ways to make money. You want to get a ring of wealth to teleport with. You want to go to Misclania. And if you don't know about this, it's pretty confusing at first, but once you get the hang of it, it's basically you're a king and you own your own kingdom, and you basically put money in workers gather resources for you. And to do this, you need to do the Throne of Misclania quest, and you also need to do Royal Trouble. Throne of Misclania allows you to do this, but Royal Trouble helps you. It helps you collect more money. Otherwise, you wouldn't be making that much money for it to be worth it. So once you teleport here, you just gotta run over. There's a bank over here. See, if you were smart, you would have had a hatchet already, because you need one. But I apparently was not very smart, so I forgot one. So if you accidentally forget it, like you sometimes might, there's just a bank over here that you can. And the good thing is it's right by the place you have to see, because to collect your money, you need to have a high resource, or I don't know what it's called. Hold on. Approval rating. And you need, the higher your approval rating, the more resources you get That's how much the people like you and how much they're willing to work for you, like their effort. So you just want to go to your bank and get a hatchet. Pretty simple. And then just run over. These are the fastest trees I found to get your approval rating up. So right now, my approval rating is 91, which is pretty good, but you want to get to 100 so you can get the maximum.